I'm Zoni Lengubeni and you're watching Joburg Today.
Learn more about the sacrifices made to destroy apartheid, as this could be your last chance to experience a unique offering of exhibitions now that the museum's permanent closure appears imminent. Kufleko has more.
Before COVID-19, the Apartheid Museum recorded a whopping 1,000 visitors a day, and now it has had to shut its doors due to low visitor numbers. So exactly why is it important for us to preserve these heritage sites?
Many people are feeling a lack of physical contact, a sense of not being with people. And I think this leads directly into why it is that museums and sites like museums and other heritage sites are important to us, because they give us tangible connections to the past. It's one thing looking in a book and seeing images of South Africa's apartheid history. It's another thing if you visit an excellent installation like the Apartheid Museum and see Nelson Mandela's boxing gloves, because it gives you a much closer link to what happened in the past. And the Apartheid Museum has always been praised for the way in which it takes the experiences of life under apartheid seriously. It's not necessarily a museum that wants to make you feel comfortable and cozy. It's about shocking people out of their complacency with respect to what happened in South Africa's past.
Travel agencies and tour guides also say they are feeling the effects of the halt in operations at tourist sites.
It's hit hard. It's not only our business. More Africa Tours employed over 80 staff members. We had an average of 150 clients a day doing our safari and city tours. So with the closure of all those sites like Apartheid Museum, remember it's only closed temporarily, and we're hoping that everything will bounce back. But we're seeing a big number of cancellations and postponements due to COVID. Obviously, we don't know what the future has in store for us. And probably, fingers crossed, by the late 2022, we might see ourselves back into the market leaders of Johannesburg.
So how can the museum come back from this? What are some of the solutions?
Because I think to rely on business and as usual is not going to happen. And also we can't rely on the foreign tourist. So I think we need to retweak our museums that speaks to a local audience, because I don't think local audiences go to museums often enough. And I think they will go to museums if they see their story. If they see there's a man in the street and there's a woman in the street who has a grandmother, and she sees her story there, because I think then, and if it's their story that has meaning to my life right now, how does it going to change and matter? Is this giving voice to my questions? Then I think we will bring in local audiences. And I think this should not be seen as a catastrophe. It should be seen as a wonderful opportunity to do things that we've long talked about and spoken about in academic circles, how to decolonize a museum. So there's a disconnect between this past that is written about and captured in museums, and the reality of lives of young lives. And I think it's incumbent on us now to use this opportunity to bring the young people into the sector and make it a sexy sector again. It is a way of establishing citizenship. It is a way of saying this is the kind of free South Africa that we imagine and that we are all absolutely due.
In reality, tourism accounts for more than 1.5 million jobs in the country. And now with the presence of the COVID-19 third wave, it leaves very little hope that national tourist sites like the Apartheid Museum will indeed be able to resume operations. While we would ordinarily share ideas on what you can get up to during the weekend, today we ask you to spare a thought for museum staff, travel agencies, tour guides, operators and the tourism sector at large.